watches Sew Stitch Hacks. I'm Miss Izzy, and this is me normally when I wear like my glasses. I don't usually wear them in my videos because I don't like how the glare hits them, and I get told I look a lot prettier without them, and so I just take them off, even though I also get hit on people who are like, I have a fetish for glasses. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I'm not going to wear my glasses. There's enough there for me not to wear my glasses because I get the weirdos who are like, ooh, sexy librarian. No. But, yeah, so I wanted to talk about today how my path isn't really straight. My path doesn't just go down one road, and it's not Wiccan, it's not any one thing, although I do lean a lot towards the fairy faith, and I'll say it a million times. I love the fairy faith, I love the fae, I love nature. But that doesn't mean that I'm in a nature-based path. The glare is going to kill me. I have so many things that I'm interested in. I like to think that because I'm an empath and because I have ADHD, that I just kind of sense when a god passes through. Kind of imagine like when in Spirited Away, when they're just zooming through town. I kind of picture the gods doing that to go visit all the peeps that they actually enjoy, because I don't think that they visit everyone, but I think that they'll go to visit, one or two peeps, like, oh, that one over there, they made me some steak. I'm going to go say hello. And they just go over and visit for a little bit, and then they leave and go do godly things. I think that being empathic and being so like scatterbrained all the time means that I'm more likely to catch on to this energy, and that's why I'll be sitting down reading my book, doing whatever, and then I want to go study Huna and the Polynesian witchcraft, basically, as close as I can, and therapy. And okay, cool. Wait a minute, now I think I should probably go study some like Shinto, or maybe I should go study Native American shamanism and try to learn more about my heritage, which would be really cool. I'd love to do that. But also, we don't know a lot, and I need genetic tests and talking to a lot of peeps. But like this idea that it just goes back and forth to different parts of the world, and it's usually balanced. It usually balances itself out. Like 1 minute I'm studying like hoodoo and very light, very like almost never mention anything other than Psalms, which is pleasant, but and then jumping into demonic prosperity magic. Like, oh, okay, here we go, full force, let's have some fun. But like my path doesn't have one definition. And that's what I want to talk about today. How do you define a witch? What does the word witch mean to you? To me, I don't like having one simple label. I don't like saying I am this one individual. No, I'm not mayonnaise. I'm not 2% milk. I am kawaii. I am pastel goth. I am the fairy who also will curse the land to be barren for 100 years and curse the maiden to sleep for 100 years, but is also just hurt on the inside. I am the goddess of flowers and the goddess of bride of death. I am so many contradictory, crazy things. I am black and red. I am also pastel, fairy, kawaii adorableness. I'm just Harajuku and then American grunge. It's really hit or miss. Hit and then miss. What am I? I'm not one thing. Humans are too complex to be just one thing. And I don't really like being defined as just one thing, because I know that I have varied interests. I usually like really volatile things. I love to study love magic. Now, I am asexual, so I generally don't study sex magic. I try, but I turn as red as my dress. I try. I do, I promise. But it's hard. And I'm not even interested. Don't want none. I like to say I'm panromantic, asexual. I don't care what you got in your pants because I don't want none of it. I'm good. Thanks, though. You can stay over there. Stay over there. You can love me from over there. I like to think that's in itself a contradiction. The asexual love witch. I can laugh at that. That's pretty funny. I study curses and curse work and just the history of curses, all the variety. There's so many things you can do. Jar spells, you can do just not work, just basic things. You can get really intense and put every ounce of your power into cursing someone to have the worst day. Or you can bless them to learn their lessons and have a shit day, but get over it and be better for it. You can be the better person. Or you can just kind of do whatever. You can do either. I've done both. Sometimes I just put you in a jar where you can sit in the dark because that's what you want to do, is put yourself in the dark. You don't really want to learn. And I'll put you in the jar full of all the sharp things that I find. I'll go out in nature and look for sharp things. I'll find broken pieces of glass. Carefully put them in a tiny little Ziploc bag. I'll get gifts from friends of sharp rusted nails and all sorts of sharp pointy thorns and all kinds of things. And I'll do that. Like, I'll make the jar. I'll do the thing. It's like, is that too dark? Maybe. But I enjoy it. I'll do the Lilo thing you saw in one of my earlier videos with Scrump. I love Scrump. When she puts her friends in the jar as the puppets and shakes it up. My friends need to be punished. Well, maybe they did. Her friends were kind of little, yeah. I'm okay with curses. No, I'm not cursing random people, but maybe this person's particularly transphobic, and I'm not really vibing with what they're giving out. Maybe I want them to learn that they can be judged just as they can judge others. Maybe I want them to feel that. So I'll do a curse. I curse. I love it. I don't mind it. I don't hate it. I'm not curse happy, but I'm happy to curse. What if I am in need of magic that involves gods and goddesses that I'm not used to? I'm okay with working with those gods and goddesses. I don't limit myself to one deity. I don't feel that I need to. Maybe one day I will just be called to this one deity and I will be their priestess. I will be just for them. I will honor only them, and I will do as much as I can to bring glory to their path. Anyone who wants to follow it. But maybe not. Maybe I'm just the witch that just wibble wobbles from goddess to goddess and god to random entity over there. Maybe I find a new god and I'm just like, holy cow, you're great. Moo. Who knows? I mean, I study as much as I can. 1 minute I'm the Polynesian practices. The next minute I'm looking at Indian deities. And I don't even just like any one real thing. Like, yes, I do study curses and I study love magic as they are in particular, but that's not even the theories and philosophies that I generally study. I love to study the schools of mystery for La Santa Muerte and the Eleusinians, how you say it. It's easier to read than it is to pronounce sometimes. But basically the school for Persephone's and Hades. The idea of death, the idea of life on the edge. I like to study this darkness and this decay, but then I'll also study such light and such beauty and such contradictory things. And I love it. It's something I adore. I love to study the dark. I love to study the absolute the most goth thing. It's just, I'm just so, I guess, typical. It's just what I love. I love horror movies. I love death. It doesn't scare me. I love it. I take comfort in reading about it. I take comfort in understanding that it happens. It's natural. Why shouldn't I read about it? It's okay to not understand. I'm a witch and I understand. It's okay to not know everything. That's why we're here. It's to experience, not to just know. I love to know. Don't get me wrong. I love to know everything. I love to read. I love to listen. I love to pay attention because I don't like to be out of the know. I like to find as many details for every single thing of every single day as I can so that I don't get left out. I may seem nosy, but it's just because I just need to know. And that's okay. But I understand that it's okay not to know. And I know that I'm not afraid of the unknown. And I think that's another reason why people are afraid of witches. They're afraid of not being labeled because they're afraid of not knowing what's going on. They're afraid of not knowing what you are. They can't put you in a box. So what are you? Well, they're going to call you a freak or a weirdo. And you know what? I love it. Such a weirdo. I'm practically a Q. But I like to be something other, something different. And I like to not know. I like to not define myself by one path just because I venture out so broadly that I don't believe I'm defining my path as one thing. Because I study so many things and I'm more likely to breathe and move on than I am to just put someone in a jar. But then again, I might wait 6 months of being super ticked at someone until I have all the proper things that I need and then put them in a jar. Why not? Maybe I just wasn't ready. And now I've thought about it and I'm still ready. Maybe I just didn't have it financially, but I was ready. Maybe I just want to give them some time. Who knows? I'll do curses. I don't care. And I just wanted to I felt it was important to make this video. Why do you need to define something? Why do you need to define yourself? How do you define yourself? Do you define yourself by the clothes you wear? Do you define yourself by the light you see in someone's eyes? I've been told that this is a Wiccan show because I have such light and such excitement, such happiness in my eyes that this must be a Wiccan show. That I look Wiccan just when you see me because I'm so happy. And then you hear me talk about the little death and the little, like I collect taxidermy pieces and I collect things that I can clean myself and put out to be pristine and lovely. And I collect them and I keep them beautiful and I love it. I keep things that I can put in curses just because who knows what you'll need when. Little jars of rocks and little jars of rusty nails, as I've said, just all over the place. I think they look aesthetically pleasing, but also, what if you need them? So what I ask is, why are we labeling? Why do we have to label? What labels are you giving yourself? What labels are you letting people give you? I know it doesn't matter, but maybe it does. If a spell is the words we put, if a spell is as important as the intent and the language we use, then doesn't it matter what you call yourself? Are you a healer? Are you a sorceress? Are you an enchantress? Are you a wizard? You're a wizard, Harry. What are you? Are you a practitioner? It's important that you define yourself to yourself, but also what other people see you. Why? Why do I have to be this thing? Why do people think I'm this thing? Maybe I'm a collection of so many things. Why does such a complex individual have to be broken down and put into one little box that's not even accurate? I don't know. I just wanted to ask, how do you define a witch? Because I define myself so many different ways. How do you define a witch? Are you a witch? Do you still not know what a witch is? Have you been doing this so long that you just don't know, but you just keep doing it because it's there, because it's something you minutely understand, if only a little, compared to everything else in life, and it's just so right that it's why you do it, because it's the only right thing, the only natural thing you know? What do you define a witch as? Why? Why do you define it? Whew. All right. I guess this has been enough of a rant, a question, a philosophical idea. In this vlog, I want to explore all the different things that I practice and all that I do. And I will post curses. I will post love magic eventually. I will post spell work. Maybe I'll record myself doing a spell. Maybe, but a lot of times I do so much technocraft that I do include my phone in ritual space. So it's hard to video and also like do the thing. But who knows? I just wanted to ask why we define things the way we are and what labels you give yourself. Comment, like, subscribe, and thank you for listening, if nothing else. This has been Sosich Hex with Miss Izzy, and I hope to cast a spell or perhaps a curse with you in the next video.